Starting it up?
Yeah, I guess. Temporarily.
Temporary. An hour is not exactly temporary.
It's way temporary. I got like 5 things listed here to discuss. Not going to be able to get through them in an hour.
I have like 2 things. Typically we run out of our list after like 2 hours.
Yeah, so you better start tossing.
Well, one thing I wrote down is Dune. I've been reading Dune.
It's good. It's a book.
Have you read it?
I've read a bit of it.
What made you stop?
I don't know, lost interest.
It's an interesting story. I want to get through it and see what happens. But as far as the writing goes, I think we talked about this a little bit before. It just doesn't grab me as like a great book. It's an okay science fiction book, but it's not a great book.
Okay.
I mean, like I say, the story's interesting. I want to see what happens, but I don't know, the writing's not great. Like, he's always describing people in ways that he's already described them. Like the natives of Dune have different colored eyes. They have, I guess, a blue. At first I thought it was sort of like the whites of their eyes that had changed to blue, but I guess it's more like the whole eye turns blue. But anyway, he's always describing it as blue within blue. And like every single time a native is described, they always have blue within blue eyes every single time. It's like, I get it. You've already described it 100 times before, I get it.
He's got more creativity than talent.
And like, there's this evil guy, Baron Harkonnen, and there's gonna be probably a archer.
Someone left me with not a lot of Estus here.
Didn't you die and get resurrected back at the bonfire with 5?
I don't know. I spawned in.
So you want to head back the other way?
Do I?
Yeah. Probably want to drink when you get a chance. You're pretty close to the next bonfire. Your goal is to get down the stairs to the bottom floor and then go to the other end of the room.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
You could probably even run there.
Bottom floor?
In that alcove over there. But Baron Harkonnen is always fat and ugly, and it's just, he keeps harping on how fat the guy is.
Can I rest at this bonfire?
Yeah, the one behind you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my main gripe with the book.
Maybe Frank Herbert didn't like fat people. Wanted to really drill it in that this was not okay.
Yeah, or he's just excited about describing people all the time.
Is there a secret entrance to something around here? A lot of books.
There is, but you have to go up. Back up the stairs.
Okay. Just go ahead and dodge you.
So you have to go left.
This is where I came from.
Yeah, pretty much. And go back up those stairs too, I think. Actually, you might go down the hallway.
I'm gonna die anyway. Should not have skipped all these people.
For sure, there's another archer behind you.
Got DP'd. I have 58,000 souls.
That is a lot.
I hope I don't die.
So, I would recommend taking it slow and easy. And going around like the right side of the bookcase here. And if you stop at the end, there's going to be two guys on the floor around the side. And there's also an archer at the top of the bookcase, and he usually falls down if you hang around this area.
That'd be sweet. Fans humming. Speaking of humming, you ever notice how backup singers are basically like really enthusiastic fans who enjoy the song but don't know the words? So they like only join in during the chorus. And they sing all the wrong notes.
They don't sing the wrong notes. They're singing harmony.
They sing different notes.
It's not easy to sing harmony.
Yeah? Do you do it?
I like to. I don't always know which notes to sing.
I thought they just sang the chord tones.
Well, I don't know what that means, so...
They're like notes within the chord. You know what a chord is.
Okay, yeah, sure, but I don't have perfect pitch, so I can't just pull a chord out of my butt. Or my mouth, as it were.
Got it.
So, are you going to go back to the bonfire and spend those?
Probably.
So I don't risk losing them? So see how that pole has like a big gear on it?
Yes.
Yeah, so they rotate. And there's a mechanism that you use to rotate them.
A broken mechanism?
No, it's fixed. Or it's not broken. It's working. It's kind of a weird system to get to the hidden entrance where you have to go. You have to like go up onto the rotating stairs and flip the mechanism. So they're like on an angle, and so they'll grant you access to different parts of the levels. Then you have to, so you flip one of them, then you have to make your way to the other side where the other stairs are, and then flip them back, and then you can get to where you need to go.
This only increases my right weapon by 1.
Yeah, seems like you've hit the soft cap.
How do I uncap?
You don't. Just pretty much it just increases linearly for a time, and then it stops being as beneficial as before.
So now I'm getting old as a character.
Yeah. What level are you?
I'm like...
Go to your the third menu.
I'm level 58.
58. Not bad.
The Way of White.
That's your covenant.
That's that sounds like the KKK. I should make a new covenant.
I find it interesting that you can join the Gravelord servants, which the Gravelord Nito is the head of that one, but he's also someone that you end up killing. And then once you kill him, you can't join it anymore. Have you ever read a really bad book. Like you were reading it and you're like, oh, this guy doesn't know what he's doing.
Oh yeah, it's like most books to me.
Really? Like, you read Moby Dick and you're like, ah, this guy has no idea about whales.
It's just rambling. He's not a good writer.
I tend to avoid books that I don't have much, like they aren't established as good books. Like I read classics, I read books that are generally seen as good books.
Because you like the status.
Because I like avoiding books that are dumb. Like I was talking with that lawyer girl yesterday. She's read a couple of the John Grisham books, and she was like, they were awful.
Those are really popular.
Yeah, they are popular, but
So they're established.
that doesn't mean they're good.
There's nothing over here.
No.
Am I going upstairs more?
I think where you want to go is that way, just straight.
So you and this lawyer girl getting pretty serious, huh? It's been like 4 or 5 dates.
It's been 3 dates. I don't know if I'd call that serious.
It's more than serious.
Okay, you do want to go back the other way.
Oh.
And then go up the stairs.
Mhm.
One more level.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It all looks alike.
I thought you were into books, so you could tell the difference.
Not at a distance, at low resolution. It's less about the books than it is about the architecture. And then you want to go that way. Yeah, I don't know if I even want to try and do a serious relationship right now, being unemployed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I feel about even casual dating.
It's like, who would want me?
No,
There
it
you
should
go.
be you want money. You gotta go out and spend your time on money.
As opposed to dating?
Yeah. You know what they say, disregard women, acquire currency.
But all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Well, you spend the money on interesting things. Like going to a museum.
But why go by yourself when you can go with a girl?
Because they don't appreciate fine art.
Unless they were an art major.
Yeah, but when are you gonna find a girl like that?
Well, as it turns out, before she got her Juris Doctor, she got a bachelor's in art history. So there.
I can't help but expect that, like, women who are driven like that are typically unattractive.
What are you saying, Chris?
Saying that, women who are attractive have it easy in life and typically don't try to better themselves. That's what I'm saying.
So there's no unmarried, well-educated, hardworking women who are also good-looking?
Only if they recently joined a gym. Very recently.
It's pretty short-sighted there, Chris. I think you need to go to a singles ward, because there are a few examples that go against your theory. So you actually want to drop down onto that staircase.
Because there's another mechanism there. I heard a lot. Am I going to die here?
No. As long as you flip that switch. And you want to go down the stairs. On the other set of stairs, there's actually a treasure chest on top of the bookcases that you can only get to if you drop off the stairs as it's rotating. It's really hard to time it. So that's where you're going.
How do I kill this guy?
Yeah, you can just go down the stairs with a ladder.
I want wooden. That would hurt.
Yeah, sliding down the ladders isn't always a...
Do I pull the lever? Is that a bad idea?
No, go ahead. Pull it. See what happens. Yeah, some ladders don't really even have, sides to them in this game, but he's still able to slide down them.
Nothing happens.
There's your secret entrance. So there's a number of treasure chests in that room you came from. And one of them is a mimic, so be careful.
Yeah, well, like they're all mimics. This guy has a lot of inventory space.
It's an RPG fantasy. They all have large inventories.
I see. Since it's a fantasy world, they get to have as big of an inventory as they want.
As big as the creator chooses to give them, yes.
Yeah, typical men, so they gotta have that big inventory.
I'm all about that big inventory. No mimics. What kind of... Whoa. I've never seen that glitch before.
Oh, you probably kill him immediately, rather than letting it drag out. Ooh, that looks cool.
It's actually a helm.
Oh. It's not cursed, is it?
It is.
Oh. But, like...
So it increases, like it said in the description, it increases the amount of souls you get. But it also says that where it affects you with the curse of the branded, which in this case means it drains your HP slowly over time.
Yeah. But, like, if I put it on, I can take it off.
Yeah.
Sweet.
So, yeah, there's... So there's that item, and there's also the silver covenant ring, or something, and and both of them in conjunction increase the amount of souls you get. So what some of the more hardcore Dark Souls players will do, they'll kill a boss, after which there's a slight delay before you get their souls. So you kill a boss, you go to your inventory, you switch on the helm and the ring, and then you get their souls, and then you switch them back.
So
there's actually another room if we go out and to the right.
you know a lot about this game.
Yeah, I've only beaten it a couple times.
That sounded like a legitimate diss.
Well, so I've only actually beaten Gwyn like 3 or 4 times, but I've played through the game a significant portion, many times more than that.
Okay.
So that key you picked up, it opens up the cell where Big Hat Logan is,
Okay.
and that's optional if you want to go all the way back there and free him. Basically, when you talked to him before, he said, if you let me out of here, I'll let you in on the secret of Seed's immortality. So when you first fought Seed, you couldn't damage him at all, and he killed you. And the secret is he has this sort of crystal thing in his cavern that grants him immortality, and so you just have to go to where that cavern is and break the crystal, which is where you're headed anyway.
Mm-hmm. So, I gotta go free him?
Nope. It's up
But
to you.
I can go free him.
You can if you want.
So, is he a nice guy? Does he deserve to be free?
Yeah, I mean, he sells you magic and tells you how to kill the dragon.
So you don't know anything in his backstory that would suggest that he deserves to rot in a cell forever?
No.
Okay. That's not gonna work. How do I do that?
So you're wanting to go free him.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go out the secret entrance there and head up the stairs.
And everyone's already dead because I've been through here.
Mm-hmm. So where are you meeting women that you're not meeting any attractive, hard-working, well-educated ones?
I'm meeting women. What are you talking about?
What are you basing this opinion on?
Just observations of people around me.
Around you in your room?
I have friends. I know people.
Computer friends?
I see Facebook. People talk about people on Reddit. Where's the dude?
Let's see. You have to go up more stairs. And you have to go around to the left. That left.
This guy's not dead yet. Oh. It's turned around.
Sneaky.
Backstab! He didn't die. Through there?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so good at this game. It's a cheap shot, buddy.
And when it comes to women and dating, I can't figure out any kind of pattern. Like, some women are good looking, some women are bad looking, some women have personalities that I like, some don't, some are, really well educated and have a nice job, and some don't. There's no relation between any of those that I've seen.
Mm-hmm. Down the ladder.
Mm-hmm. He's down with where those Cthulhu beasts were.
All the way back down there. See, these aren't the guys with gravitate.
Whoa, nice jump.
Thank you.
It reminds me of a stupid, Nova type presentation that I had to show for a health class that I was substituting for. It focused on how the human body is built in remarkable ways and allows us to do all these amazing things. And the first segment was about this long jumper who had broken a world record back in the 90s, I think. And it just really, the special was made, I don't even know, maybe late 90s, early 2000s at latest. And it hasn't aged well. They use kind of that era of music, but it wasn't even well-known songs. It was just music they had composed specifically for the special in the style of music in that era, which is precisely the type of music that doesn't age well.
I think it sounds great. Like those eyewitness videos. The theme song. Da 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 da.
Eyewitness videos?
You see those?
No.
Okay. Oh boy.
But yeah, he was kind of a showman, the long jumper guy. And so he's like, they had, segments where he's addressing the camera and he's like, oh yeah, I like to give a show for the crowd, it's not just about me. They're there to be entertained.
Do you take issue with this?
No, it's just not my type of guy. I probably wouldn't hang out with him.
Not your type. Who is your type of guy?
I don't know. I haven't had a whole lot of guy friends this past decade.
Oh boy.
It's still good, it's still good. You've only been shot through the heart.
Shot through the heart.
And they're to blame. Have you seen or played Soma? It's a new game.
No.
You know anything about it?
No.
So it was made by the same team that made the Amnesia games,
Okay.
which I never played. Had no interest in that. Apparently Soma is, it's sort of in the same genre. Like, it's suspenseful, but largely considered to be nowhere near as scary. And I've seen a couple hours of gameplay of it, and it seems to be more focused on the philosophies of the setting and what's going on. Like, it starts off with you playing some guy, I can't remember the guy's name, Tim or whatever, and he goes in for a brain scan, like this newfangled technology where they can scan your whole personality and save it on a file. So he goes through this process and then suddenly wakes up years later in this abandoned, broken down facility, and he's like, what the heck is going on? And he's going around and he's finding weird robot monsters and weird robot people, and has to figure out what's going on, and it addresses the idea of humanity and what it means to be human and alive and stuff like that.
There's probably a lot of bad writing in it.
No, it's decent.
So you've played it?
No. Like I said, I've watched gameplay, watched people playing it.
It's sort of the new thing. It's like people who used to play sports, but then in their later years they just settle down into watching sports and feeling like they're part of the game. And that's what's happening to gamers.
Certainly what's happening to me. I don't play a whole lot of games anymore these days. Mostly spend time watching them.
Alright, so I can make my way to the bottom floor. This is not the bottom floor. I got a Firekeeper soul, by the way.
Yes, you did.
That would have been handy to know.
Well, it's not like there's any other Firekeepers around that you can... I guess you can warp if you go back to that other bonfire, which you probably need to since you're out of Estus anyway. Then you could warp to one of the other Firekeepers and upgrade your Estus.
It already feels like I have my health. This one?
Mm-hmm.
Will I be able to get back here?
Yeah.